day 22 of this carnivore diet, and oh my God, my body feels like it's got so much connection and so much intelligence running around it. I can't believe what I used to do to my body and how I used to put stuff into it and not even know how bad it was. I've been playing this kind of elimination game with the carnivore diet and trying to find out, what works, what doesn't. I haven't gone like full carnivore without anything else. I've played with a few things. I haven't just had meat. I've had fruits as well. And the other day I had courgette, and I've been having a few other bits and pieces. But I had a walnut yesterday, like a bit of walnut, and really wasn't good for me. Straight away my body was just like, no, we don't want walnuts. And I can't believe how much intelligence I've got just from eating the right foods and how much my body knows what it wants and what it doesn't want. And even though it's Christmas and I'm like, oh, I'm sure there's something I can cheat with, even just the sugar, the idea of sugar at the moment it gives me a headache. And I had, what was it I cheated with the other day? I keep calling it cheating, but technically it is cheating because I said I wouldn't. But I had something and oh my God, I woke up and it was awful. And my body is just like so intelligent. It just automatically knows what I want, what I don't want. So I don't really see any reason why to come off this at the moment. And I'm reading through all the comments on YouTube. And under different carnivore diets, lion diets, meat only, animal-based products. And everyone who's saying that they've gone on this diet are like staying on it. No one's coming off it. It's like, we're staying on it. It's, this is a life change. This is not a 30-day thing. And I feel the same. I feel like, I've got more energy. I'm sleeping way better. I feel better in myself. I feel stronger. And I've got, I'm much clearer in terms of how I think. So why would I come off that? And it just doesn't, I had a conversation with someone the other day about being vegan and like, where do you get your meat from? And, do you get it from a supermarket? And if you're consciously trying to do the best in terms of your shopping and you're getting it from the right butchers and you're doing it where it's ethical, the animal's been treated well, for me, it feels like I'm doing the best I can to look after myself. But some people would argue that I'm not doing the best I can to look after the animals, and I understand their argument. And I used to feel the same and, have very much the same views of like how bad the animal market, the meat market is. And the way that it's being done is awful. But if you're consciously going to, to an ethical, more ethical butchers, in the sense of the way that they treat the animals, that's the best you can do. And I'm really noticing more how I'm looking at veganism compared to the carnivore diet and just noticing the arguments for both sides. And before doing this diet, I never looked at an all meat diet, as an animal-based diet. I was always dead against anything like that because of what I was thinking about the cruelty, and then in comes the guilt and how you feel and the judgment from other vegans and other people. And it's a really kind of strange place to be right now, having felt so much benefit on this animal-based diet. I can't go back to what I was eating before because I wasn't strong. I wasn't clear thinking. When I've done raw vegan for a while, I felt good for a small period of time, but then to sustain that wasn't good for me. I never felt full. I never felt like I enjoyed my food all the time. And now I'm thoroughly enjoying my food and it feels rich and I'm eating less. I'm spending way less. And the cost of what I'm doing at the moment is substantially different than what I was normally eating. I use Monzo, one of the banking apps, and I monitor how much money I'm spending every single day. And when I'm buying things, my shopping for the month has been around 308 euros so far. And that is a lot low. I mean, I was spending so much more before on eating out as well. And because I've reduced my eating out, because I can't have everything on the menu, and I've reduced all the products I'm buying in the shop, my argument would be I've got less of a carbon footprint because of the amount of less stuff I'm buying, the amount of, I'm not buying the plastic, I'm not playing into all of the other dramas in the supermarket with regards to the footprints of all the other things I used to eat. All of that's gone. So is my decision to live a more, kind of sustainable lifestyle within myself, having better food for myself, feeling stronger, having less of a carbon footprint, but sticking to an animal-based diet, or you go to veganism and I'm not feeling as great. There's so much out there in terms of plastic when it comes to veganism, like all of the plastic around all of the meats, so around all of the burgers and everything. And yeah, they say some of it's biodegradable, but what does that really mean these days either? Like, there's so many ways to cut the cake when you're looking between animal-based and veganism. And I don't think being a vegan is much more sustainable than, if you look how much water you have to have when you're using your nut milks, and especially almonds, for example, how much water goes into the process of making almond milk. There's so many areas that are questionable on both sides. I feel like as long as you can do what's right by yourself and it's affordable for you and you feel comfortable, that really needs to be your priority. You need to look after yourself. I know it's not about being selfish. It's about actually coming from a place where I feel like I can do more in the world because I feel stronger. And I don't think that's selfish. I think that's practical. And this has been one of the most eye-opening periods. I never thought I'd create a YouTube channel and end up having carnivore videos on there. But that's one of the things that, I can never say never. And I definitely didn't feel inspired to do anything around the vegan diet on my YouTube channel because I wasn't that happy about it. I felt like I was missing out on things, and I felt, gutted most of the time when I was eating. And when I did feel, a little bit guilt-free, I wasn't like thoroughly like, oh my God, wow, this is amazing. It was like a few meals were nice, but not all the time. And now I'm like, every meal's nice, and I don't even eat meat on every meal now. I'm having fruit more than I've ever had before. So for me, if I'm eating more fruits, having better qualities of meat, not having anything to do with all of the nut milks and all of the other stuff that's going on. I'm not doing any of the vegetables. I'm not doing any of the packaging from all the other stuff I used to buy. So I'm saving money, and it's working for me. It might not work for you at home if you want to do it, but I feel like it's really working for me. And I am definitely carrying on with it. And tomorrow is a barbecue at Carnivore here in Ibiza for Christmas Day. So I'm going to that, and I'm going to thoroughly enjoy the meal. And, I bless my plate every time. I'm like, thank you so much. I feel so happy about what I'm about to eat, and I'm grateful. And, there's a difference of energy because I feel whole about what I'm doing, which I never thought I'd be able to say, but that's where I'm at. So this is kind of my update. It is Christmas Eve. I'm doing nothing this evening. I'm just going to chill. Last night I watched Trading Places and had beef brisket with a friend of mine. And I am very, very chill. And tomorrow is a nice day with friends. So from me to you, Merry Christmas. And I hope you have an incredible holiday season.